Happy Mental Health Awareness Month, It is May 1st. I recently have been getting more involved with my own mental health and trying to get involved in the future with others because I'm now a psychology major, and I feel like that shit has kind of changed my life a lot, and it's really overwhelming. And I want to get into the topic of it more. I can't lie, I just smoked a joint, and when I get high, I get really emotional and vulnerable, so I don't know, it's kind of easier to remember. So this is my suicide attempt. I've talked about this story with plenty of friends before, whenever that conversation happens in one of those late night talks when you're playing with your friends, or maybe you're at a campfire and one of them just goes, "Hey, I never told you this," that kind of shit. But this is the story of when I almost took my own life at 16. That's why, got the semicolon tattoo. So just for some context, I don't mean to put it down on any hateful type of light, but me and my mom are not really on the best terms, especially growing up. So I'm used to no kind of good support, no good words about the stuff I like. Growing up, I was very into cartoons, Spider-Man, I had fucking all the backpacks and shit, right? And during around this time, I think it was around 2015, because I think this was when Attack on Titan was still kind of getting that popular from season 1, because season 2 hadn't came out yet because it was on that 4-year hiatus. But I bought an Attack on Titan satchel bag that I bought from Hot Topic, and I was gonna take it to school the very next day because I just bought it. Next thing you know, it's we're going to school. It's 7 a.m. and my mom sees my backpack and says, "What is that?" It's a new backpack. I just bought it. And she was like, "You look like," she insulted me. She just said, you look like a cigarette." But she didn't say it in the calm tone I'm saying it. She kind of yelled at me about it at 7 in the morning. So that hurt. And I was like, damn, I'm just in the car. And then proceeds to yell at me the same shit over and over again for 20 minutes straight. She's throwing the same insults. You look gay. You look like you are gonna get bullied for the fucking way you look. People are gonna make fun of you. They're gonna fucking talk shit on you. And she's saying all that, right, to me, right? You look stupid, blah, 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 right? And she's yelling it. I'm not calm tone. She's yelling it. It's now 7:25 a.m. We're still on the freeway to get to my school. This was high school. I think it was 10th grade. Yeah. As we were driving on the highway, as she kept yelling at me and yelling at me and yelling at me and yelling at me and yelling at me, I was like, what if I just jump out of the car? I can't take this right now. I can't take it anymore. So I thought about it in that moment. I unbuckled my seatbelt very slowly. It was kind of slowly putting it back so my mom didn't hear it. And I unlocked the car, my fingers on the door handle to open it and jump out, right? Ladybird type shit. But I didn't. We were going 70 miles an hour and I didn't do it. I told myself though, if I open this door and jump out and roll out, I might get hit by a car and that might kill me. But then I told myself there's a reason. I'm still alive, obviously, but what I told myself in that moment before I was going to jump out of the car, if I jump out and survive, my mom's gonna be mad at me. Kind of told myself in that moment, I think if I survive, she's just gonna be mad that I jumped out of the car, so I'm not gonna jump out. And we just drove to school, and I was crying. I was fucking crying that day. I remember that was fucking red fucking face, red eyes. I looked like I was fucking faded, but it was all tears, all fucking crying. And I remember there was this assembly that happened at the beginning of the year that talked about mental health and come to me if you're thinking about suicide, right? I go to that counselor and she just puts me on the phone with suicide hotline. I'll be honest, and that conversation I had with suicide hotline was kind of just yapping. Nothing even nothing even happened. I don't remember the conversation because it was so insignificant, because I'm 16, so I'm still pretty young. I'm kind of when I was younger, it was kind of hard to grab perspectives. So when the suicide hotline lady told me, your mom is probably going through a lot right now, and I'm like, my mom just insulted me in the car. What the fuck? What? Fuck you. So I already did not like the lady, but I think I just kept talking to her about my about the current problems I was having in like my teen years. So like I guess like staying on the phone was pretty good. And then my dad came over. Oh my god, it just got worse. I think the worst part was when my girlfriend at the time, like super dramatic. I'm in the main office where like they make announcements, right? I'm in there and I can see her like through the window, like movie type shit, bro. Like I see her like different perspective. I'm like, damn, I'm in here. I almost killed myself. She's going to class and I'm like, damn. So dramatic. I was like so dramatic in my head and shit about it. I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, damn. And then like I repressed it and then I never told her. And then like 2 weeks later, I was like, oh yeah, I almost killed myself a few weeks ago. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. She was like, and she was like so shocked that I just said no big deal. I think I was just like, I repressed shit like a lot when I was younger. I don't really do that now. I'm very open about like who I am to my friends if they want to know. I'm not just gonna fucking trauma dump on them. Like what the fuck? Why? Imagine every function. Hey dude, do you want to hear what happened to me? Like I don't know. I got a book and shit. And it's like I got this year when this happened, and they're like, I'm a lot better now. I'm 25. Yup. Turning 26 this year. It's gonna be fucking 7 years since I graduated high school. Holy fuck. But I mean, I've been doing shit. I did dental assisting for like 5 years after high school. I did a lot of shit in my 20s. I mean, I'm 25 right now. I'm still planning on doing a lot of shit. Like I worked at Halloween Horror Nights one year. I actually went to a camping trip in a couple of days. There was a little arcade era I had in my 20s. I'm just fucking yapping at this point. Thank you for listening. Happy mental, oh my god, my brain. Happy mental health awareness month. Have a good rest of the year, your life, day, week. Bye-bye.